Hey, what's up, guys? Houston here. Look, if you're having a crisis or an emergency, okay, and you have bad credit, I'm going to share with you some of the best loan options you can possibly get in the same day. All right. So if you have bad credit, these are the places that you want to actually look at. Now, I did put out a video yesterday on same day loans. You may want to check that one out as well because this is a different resource. All right. But the first one we're talking about is Check and Go. All right. So with Check and Go, again, it's not about the credit score, it's your availability to pay the loan back. All right. And most of these lenders, the average income after taxes usually maybe about $500 after taxes. Okay. Like I said, if you have bad credit, these lenders are more flexible than your traditional banks and credit unions. All right. So I want you all to put it in the comment if you ever heard of this. This company, well, it's an institution, it's an organization, a nonprofit organization. It's called Capital Good Funds. Okay. Now, why I'm bringing that up is because they offer crisis loans. All right. And so their crisis loan, they usually go from anywhere from 300 up to $1,500. Now, I do tell you guys, whenever you have a financial strength and you cannot pay your bills and stuff, I always tell you to go to findhelp.org and put in your zip code, and it'll tell you all the organizations that would be willing to help you. All right, because they help not only with back rent, utilities, if you have baby needs, if you have medical needs, transportation needs. So with findhelp.org, they help all of that. Okay, they have different organizations for all of that. So don't think that there's not any help out here. All right, I bring up these here loans and stuff because sometimes you may need cash capital to pay utilities and stuff. And by the way, when you paying your utilities and you're having a hard time, you always can reach out to the utility company and they will work out something with you. They will not disconnect your utilities. All right. So you're able to work out something with there. So don't think that, oh, my light bill is past due. Yes, past due, but you can reach out to them and they'll work something out with you. Okay. So don't think that with you when it comes to utilities and rent and food, those main things, there's always resources to help you. All right. So that's the reason I wanted to bring this to your attention. Now, there's another loan out there, and it's the Society of Vincent de Paul. Maybe some of you all heard of it. Okay, it's a church organization. All right, and they offer loans anywhere from 500 up to $4,000. All right, so when you needing money and you have bad credit, you're in a crisis. These church organizations will help you also. So that's the reason I continue to tell you guys the resources that I find is not only just to find loans, especially when you have challenging credit. When it comes to the loans and stuff, you are aware that hey, the interest rates on those loans is going to be much higher than anybody with better credit. So these here loans and stuff, like I said, they're usually a last option. One of the first options is always if you work in a job, is to file that W-4, to file exempt for 3 to 4 months so you can bring home a bigger paycheck to help get caught up on bills. All right. And also, if you have like a car loan, reaching out to your lender and see if they'll allow you to skip a payment. That way you don't get the ding on your credit and stuff like that. And you can hold on to your transportation because that's very important. All right. Now, you also have a tribal lender, which is Uprova. Okay. And so Uprova, they give you up to $5,000. But however, keep this in mind. All right. With many of your tribal lenders, the challenge is that they may charge a higher interest rate than your traditional credit unions. All right. And so this is where, like with some tribal lenders and stuff like that, you have to be very careful. Now, I do have another tribal lender on the list that I'm going to share with you in a minute, but just keep in mind, like Uprover, Rise Credit, and stuff like that, they may charge you a higher interest rate. And please keep in mind that because of government regulations, some of these tribal lenders may not be able to offer you a loan in your state as well. All right. So I just wanted to put that out there because you do have another tribal lender, which is um, Credit Cube. Okay, and so with Credit Cube being a tribal lender and stuff like that, they offer up to $5,000, just like Uprover. Now, one of the things I always tell you guys is that when you have challenging credit, okay, and you're on a limited income, and um, you may not have um, a whole lot of money, limited income, whole lot of money, right? Um, your platforms would probably be your best option. So that's the reason I tell you guys like about Viva Payday Loans, Heart Payday Loans, Big Buck Loans, because those type of platforms, they will help you qualify for a loan. However, the interest rate on those loans is usually going to be anywhere from 5.99 up to 35.99. All right. So just keep that in mind. Now, continuing on with these tribal lenders, um, and excuse me, I may be saying this, mispronouncing this name, but it's Chehalis, Chehalis, tribal loan. Okay, they're a tribal loan. They offer up to $10,000. All right, and so the good part about them, they are a CDFI, and a CDFI, I tell you guys, is a Community Development Financial Institute. So they keep their interest rates much lower, and so with their interest rates goes anywhere from 9.5 up to 13.75. All right, so they really try to restrain their interest rates on their loan. Now, here's another lender that I was telling you about. They're out of New York, and this here lender, they actually don't charge any interest on their loans. All right. However, um, again, you have to be able to qualify for it. And they work with people with bad credit, but you have to have a guarantor. All right. And so this is with the Hebrew loans. Okay. And so let me give you the website address and you can reach out to them, especially because I know New York has one of the most challenging places when they're trying to get qualified for a loan. So I'm putting together a list of just lenders in New York, so I'm trying to put that list together to help people. So if you one of those in New York and you want me to put out that video, type New York and I put that video out as well. But that website is H as in Henry or Hebrew, F as in Frank, IS and ISIS, SS and Sam.org. Okay. And they offer up to $20,000 on a personal loan with no interest. Okay. And as a matter of fact, I think not only in New York, they offer these loans, I think in Jersey as well. Okay. So I would go on their website and I would reach out to them and I would see if they service your area and stuff like that. If they don't, you always can ask, hey, do you know of any other organizations that I can possibly get along with bad credit that is not going to charge me any interest? Okay. And they may be able to help you. Because I know in California, I tell you guys about the Jewish loan up to 15,000 doesn't charge you any interest. But New York has the Hebrew loans. All right. And again, I'm compiling a list of different religious organizations that actually offer loans and some credit unions. There are some religious credit unions out here that offer very low interest rate loans and some zero interest because of the Muslims and stuff like that. So there are credit unions that are for Muslims. Now you don't have to be a Muslim. However, they're mainly dedicated to the Muslim community and they actually offer short-term same-day loans as well. So when looking for like a same-day loan when you have bad credit, it's always better to use your platforms. Okay. because they're going to give you your highest approvals. All right. So that's the reason why I continue to tell you guys about those. So I hope this video helps you. If you have any questions about business credit funding, personal credit funding, removing negative items off the credit, click the link in the description. Schedule a one-on-one consultation. Thank you.